It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
Live from New York, 2K Sports proudly brings you Knicks basketball. Today's game marks the continuation of the Lakers' road schedule. Still early in the season, but the front office and coaching staff likes what they are seeing from this team so far. Better winning percentage than last year.
And I think for the Lakers, this season has definitely qualified as a success for them. Their failures were well documented a year ago, and this year, the ups clearly outweigh the downs.
Well, last year, I'm not sure there were any ups for them, period, Greg. But this season, they've battled hard each and every night.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for the Lakers right now, they've got Pau Gasol. Hayward out there with Patrick Patterson. Then there's Avery Bradley. And it's Teague in at the point.
And what Patrick Patterson gives you guys is solid all-around play. He can help you in a lot of areas. High basketball IQ, high character, understands his role, knows his limitations, and stays within himself.
And going back to Patterson for just a moment, he's been lauded for his mature approach. Ever since high school in West Virginia, he was involved in a highly publicized recruiting battle between Florida and Kentucky, ultimately choosing the latter.
Yeah, and you know, the part of his game, Kevin, that he's really worked on is his ability to face up and shoot. Really starting to evolve into a guy that can space the floor, that space forward. And when he's hitting that jumper at a high percentage, I think his value to the team goes up exponentially. And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
And with Rose again, he showed flashes last season of his level of play, Clark, before the injury.
Yeah, exactly. And you hate to see any player go down with injuries, especially a talent like Derrick Rose. He still needs to show that he can regain that high level of NBA play for an entire season. I think that's just a matter of time, Kevin.
Now here's Rose. Jeff Teague unable to get his shot to go. Rose against Teague. 6 on the shot clock. Rose dishes to Vujacic. Here's Porzingis. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Teague, the pass to Hayward. Pass to Patterson. Looking for Hayward. He gets it there. No luck. Excellent D there from Anthony. Rose goes in, and that one is stuffed right through.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Stolen by Vujacic. Anthony right side. The shot no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
Porzingis can't hit.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Here's Hayward. The Knicks pull it in. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Here's Bradley. After New York gets the three, he kicks it to Patterson. From downtown, and it's Teague. That time on the assist by Patterson. Teague's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Knicks last season had a lot of problems here in Manhattan, and it showed all over the floor, Greg. And you played for this team. You know what it's like to play basketball in New York. Not a good record for them at home last year.
How about finishing 10-31 here and playing in front of a sold-out crowd every night? And one thing about New York, they're going to let you know when they're displeased. Worst home record in the East and second worst home record in the league.
Now here's Hayward after the miss from Joakim Noah. And Patterson kicks to Gasol. Tries from 10. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And so New York calls timeout. They're first. It's incredible to think that Pau Gasol last year set a career high in points in a game for as long, Clark, as he's played. He had that 46-point game in January.
Yeah, that's 46 points for Pau to go with 18 rebounds. I mean, you rarely see a player of his age putting up a career high like that.
And here is Teague following the three-pointer by Carmelo Anthony. The pass to Patterson. Dishes it to Teague. Gasol on the high post. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Gasol's got 6 points.
And with Powell, that 46-point game, he became the oldest player to get 45 points and 15 rebounds.
And that one's good by Noah.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Lakers trail by 4. Teague dishes to Patterson. The kick out to Teague. Pass to Hayward. 6 to shoot. The fadeaway. And there's another one for the Lakers.
And a final point, guys, with Powell's career game. It's crazy to think that he did it while not being the first offensive option. I mean, he had been the go-to guy with his time in Memphis for so long.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Lakers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Gasol setting the pick for Hayward. Pass to Gasol. And the shot is good. Gasol's got 8.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. He's got 10.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
To the left wing. Porzingis passes to Anthony. Feeds to Noah. And that one is hammered home.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
16.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And you look at Joakim Noah, I mean, one of those hybrid talents. As a center, he gives you the rebounding, the shot blocking you want. But then he also has tremendous passing skills and instincts and the energy of a mountain lion.
And going back to Joakim Noah, he really is a hybrid. He holds American, Swedish, and French citizenships. He's truly a man of the world, and he's worldly on the floor. He can guard and play a lot of different positions.
And Kevin, he looks like a man of the world. He has a unique style unto himself, but I'll take the versatility and the hustle he brings on my team any day. If he's healthy, he's a factor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Noah. Justin Holiday comes in for Sasha Vujacic. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Rose. Now here's Jones. Got a piece of it. Galloway kicks to Anthony. Rebound by Mario Chalmers.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
And one thing about Mario Chalmers last season, he really had to play a different role. And it took him some time, Greg, to get used to.
Yeah, anytime your team loses a superstar like LeBron James, other guys get asked to do a little bit more. Mario was asked to be more of an aggressive scorer, a role that isn't so easy to jump into after 6 years of being that fourth or fifth option in the offense.
And so Chalmers nails both of them. .107 left to play in the first. Anthony dishes to O'Quinn. Sanders with the steal. And here's the fast break. Cephalosha leading the way. They get it again. The feed to Robertson. Now here's Chalmers. Tight defense on him. Los Angeles with another miss.
You know, going back to Mario Chalmers last year, guys, I mean, having to take on more of a scoring role was tough for him. His field goal percentage dropped 50 points from the season before. His three-point percentage dropped even more. His assist numbers were down. Well, I bet you part of that was the fact LeBron was no longer there.
And the Lakers have possession. Following the score by New York. He feeds it to Cephalosha. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 4 on the shot clock. Jones, the pass to Chalmers. Taken away by Anthony. Here's Galloway. Lays it in off the breakaway. Now it's a 5-point New York lead.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
And it's good.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
The 3 from Anthony. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Knicks lead by 3. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And power forward Patrick Patterson, getting better every season. He said that his college career at Kentucky really helped prepare him for his life as a pro. Patterson Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys. You've got to have on your team.
Yeah, Velcro valutility, I call him, the kind of guy who his teammates just love. I mean, they know he's always going to have their back, and he's always going to work hard. He's going to do what he's supposed to do and be where he's supposed to be and do it when he's supposed to do it.
Mario Chalmers. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for New York?
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, we've got Sanders. Chalmers is out there with Robertson. Then it's Thabo Cephalosha, and it's Okafor in at the 5.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach who goes with his own perception.
New York trailing. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. The kick out to Holiday. Out to the wing. Here's Galloway. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Lakers shooting fantastically in this game. 62% from the floor. Taken away by Holiday. And now the Knicks on the break. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And then Thomas with the jam.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even.
Now, here's Chalmers. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Sanders. Hayward comes in for Cephalosha. And it's Avery Bradley in for Roberson. Here's Chalmers. 7 points in the game. He dishes it to Bradley. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, the great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now. I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
Bradley against Thomas. Inside. And Holiday kicks to O'Quinn. Here's Galloway. Patterson defending. 5 to shoot. Holiday dishes to Thomas. Tries it from the top of the key. And that one hits back iron. The Lakers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Back to Chalmers. To the inside. 11 feet away. Hayward can't hit.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Here's Thomas. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And a look here at how the Lakers ranked in the NBA last season. 5th in fewest turnovers per game. 5th in second chance points. And they were in the top half of the league in team rebounding as well. I think that speaks to the fact that this team aggressively goes after the basketball at every position.
Yeah, and the stat I look to, though, is the low turnovers. They did such a great job of limiting their mistakes, really maximizing their opportunities offensively.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Pau Gasol's checked in for Okafor. And it's Teagan for Mario Chalmers.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
And you know, Gordon Hayward was involved in one of the more fascinating NBA draft stories. It started after his father confirmed that Gordon would submit his name to the draft but would not immediately hire an agent.
Yeah, reportedly, Dad created a highly detailed 2-page questionnaire that he gave prospective agents, which is not something that's typical.
Here's Teague, following the score by New York. Fires from deep. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. Gasol with the defensive effort.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And on the topic of Hayward hiring an agent, it was reported that the questionnaire was just the beginning and that prospective agents also went through quite a grilling. In addition to that, you talk about a thorough process.
Now here's Teague. 11 points for him in that last game against Brooklyn. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, back to Hayward, obviously his first NBA contract was subject to the rookie wage scale, but his second contract, 4-year max deal. So whatever the Haywards have done as far as agent vetting, it's paid off. Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
And the first one at the line is good. Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. The difference is that Pau has always been considered a great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, you know, for Marc Gasol, it can only exceed expectations because they started out so low. I'd simply say that if I had to pick between one or the other for best career, I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer. New York calls timeout.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
The Knicks with the lead. And stolen by Hayward. Now the Lakers on the break. Hayward's running and laid in to finish the break. Hayward's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Rose against T. Rose passes to Porzingis. Count that one. Porzingis has got 10 points in the game. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Fires for 3. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 4 assists in the game. Lakers have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. T kicks to Jones. Rose against T. 6 to shoot. Back to Hayward. Beyond the arc. The Knicks pull it in. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
Hard to believe this, but Carmelo feels as if he's been underrated as a superstar at this point in his career. And I'm sure there are a lot of conflicting opinions on that topic.
Catching up on the changes for New York, Joakim Noah's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn, and it's Vujacic in for Justin Holiday. And then for the Lakers, Cephalosha comes in for Gordon Hayward, and it's Roberson in for Avery Bradley. Now here's Teague. He's got 6. Roberson can't hit. For Carmelo, the numbers are there for him to be treated as a Tier 1 star still, I think, Clark, but it's hard to call him underrated.
Yeah, I think he'll be underrated until he's able to get to the championship round or maybe even win a ring. There's one thing that's clear, though. He's been under a lot of pressure since he's come into the league, and he hasn't been underrated in that regard.
Kicks to Robertson to the wing on the left. Teague for 3. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Sanders checked in for the Lakers. 1:09 left now here in the second. Just 5 on the clock. Will it go? That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Roberson.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Now here's Rose. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee. Here's Porzingis. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Porzingis has got 7 now in this quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Jones dishes to T. The shot is off.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Porzingis, and again, it's New York.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Stolen by Vujacic. Here's Porzingis, defended by Jones. Passes it to Vujacic. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. From deep. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Knicks. They finish off the second quarter on a 14-6 run. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick, how does it feel to get back out there on the basketball floor here?
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show on 2K Sports. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. The biggest lead for them during the period was 6. Hey, big fella, what's your take on New York so far?
The speed they're playing with has been
That's going to do it for now as the second half is just about ready to get started. We'll see you later.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Lakers trail by 7. Derrick Rose is out there with Vujicic. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Noah. And it's Porzingis in at the 4 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Kurt Rambis. New York's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. 2 straight seasons of no playoffs for the Lakers after last year's miss. Not what they were hoping for.
It's going to be a growing process, Kevin. I mean, they had a young team and an injured superstar in Kobe both years. Hard to make the playoffs in that situation.
LA has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Offensive rebound, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Well, you just watched Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer. Clark, he's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by New York. That's good. 8 points for Gordon Hayward.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Rose. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And that's now 6 points for Rose.
And Teague's also athletic. You know, sometimes you forget that. I mean, this guy's got the tools also to be a terrific defender. And I still think he's developing consistency at that end of the floor. And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt. But still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Here's Porzingis after the basket by Los Angeles. Anthony, no one around. Off target from three-point range.
And speaking of Jeff Teague's defense, I mean, his rebounding, I think, could also be a little higher. I mean, with his bounce, he can get in there and grab a few more.
That is good.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity. Teague, the pass to Patterson. Now the dish to Bradley. Here's Gasol. Noah with the block. Rose kicks to Anthony. Here's Porzingis, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Hey guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Teague. Chalmers against Rose. Hayward outside. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. Chalmers has got 3 assists now in this one. Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait 1 more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height. It'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
Here's Chalmers after the made shot from Joakim Noah. Here's Patterson. Knicks with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's Rose penetrating, and that one's good. Rose has got 4 points in the quarter.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
And Chalmers kicks to Patterson. pass to Hayward. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Right on that shot. With that, the Knick lead is cut down to 4 points. The basket there from Hayward.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Vujacic dishes to Rose. There's the pick. Anthony in the corner. Clock at 6. Looking to get it going. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Hayward can't hit.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
Here's Porzingis. He's got 19. The jump hook. Noah's shot is off. Lakers trail by 4. Chalmers with it. He kicks to Hayward. Taken away by Anthony. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Rose. And Hayward with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward. And the Lakers with some changes. Emeka Okafor is checked in for Gasol. Sanders comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Roberson in for Avery Bradley. Shots good by Anthony. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for New York.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
The Knicks leading by 4. And there's the pass to Vujacic. And it's Rose penetrating. Here's Porzingis. Sinks the three-pointer. Porzingis has got the lead up to 7 now for the Knicks.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, it's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Okafor, good, and it's Chalmers with the assist that time.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
The Lakers weren't very good at all last season, Clark, and they just didn't have any teeth in their road games.
Well, you know, they shot threes on the road well, Kevin. Top percentage in the league, as a matter of fact. Still, they just couldn't hold on to leads.
Here's Okafor. Finished off the break. And now just a 3-point Knicks lead.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner. That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Rose passes to Porzingis. Rose in the post, defended by Chalmers. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. It's 3-point play chance here. Some changes for the Lakers. Jones checked in for Okafor. Cephalosha comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Teague in for Mario Chalmers. Now, here's Teague. 9 points in the game so far. Jones with the screen on Rose. Got a piece of it. And here's the fast break. Here's Porzingis.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. The shot no good. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. New York ahead. They're up by 7. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. And so it's New York with it. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Cephalosha is up. There with Terrence Jones. Then there's Andre Robertson. Then there's Teague. And it's Gasol at the center.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician, so good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And Jeff Teague, a real speed merchant. I mean, very tough to stay in front of. He can put you on skates, blow by, and get right to the rim.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Kurt Rambis had to say to the team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. Now here's Seraphin. Just 4 to shoot. Thomas. Another shot. The shot's good from O'Quinn. O'Quinn's got the lead up to 7 now for the Knicks.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
Stolen by O'Quinn. Seraphin kicks to Thomas. Puts up a 3. Again, Thomas missing.
And guys, Jeff Teague, an attack guard. He's just an average three-point shooter, but he gets to the free throw line in bunches, shoots at a high percentage, and has really revolved, I think, into one of the elite point guards in the league.
And it's Bradley off the drive. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick-fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Well, taking a look at Avery Bradley, his career's been kind of up and down, Greg. Started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
You know, with Avery Bradley, he was the 19th pick in the draft for the Celtics. The outlook for him was great, but then ball handling and shooting injury concerns flattened out his development. He had a hard time getting over the hump for a few years, but he's over it now.
change here. Galloway's checked in. And then for the Lakers, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Jones. Hayward comes in for Cephalosha. And it's Chalmers in for Jeff Teague. Right side, Holiday. Seraphin dishes to Holiday. Thomas passes to O'Quinn. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Paul Gasol.
And, you know, getting back to Avery Bradley, he's been dynamite the last 2 years. He's finally found consistency with the mid-range jumper and plays a complete game of basketball. With just a little more seasoning, I really feel like the sky's the limit.
So far in the game for O'Quinn, he's got 8 points and 1 steal.
Outside Bradley. Patterson, the screen. Hayward kicks to Patterson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bradley. Misses the 3.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
New York moving it around. And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over-the-back call.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's just a foolish mistake right there, guys.
Yeah, inexcusable. You just cannot allow that to happen.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Galloway. There's the feed to O'Quinn. And here comes Hayward, leading the fast break. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Bradley.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities. You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion. I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Lakers trail by 5. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
I mean, you've got to have more awareness on the floor and not make those kinds of errors.
Yeah, brain fade, brain neutral error, and those will cost you.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. And Patterson kicks to Chalmers. Kicks it out to Bradley. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. 9 points for Avery Bradley.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
There's a screen. Out to the right wing. The kick out to Rose. This is Noah. Gasol with the steal. Chalmers against Anthony. Pass to Hayward. Here's Bradley. Will not go. This is off the front iron. New York's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Porzingis passes to Vujacic. Here's Anthony. Rose gets a wide-open look. That doesn't go either for Rose. The Lakers trail. Left side, Bradley. And it's all evened up. Bradley's got 9 points here in the second half. The Knicks shooting 47%, pretty solid. Here's Rose. Passes it to Porzingis. And count it from 19 feet away.
One of the big stories is second chance point. They've just been terrific here in the second half in that area.
Timeout called the Lakers. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Was way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
The Knicks with the lead. Now here's Rose. That's to Porzingis. The three. And it's Bradley with the rebound.
And, you know, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls' front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, two major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he'd had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him.
Here's Noah after Gordon Hayward's bucket. Anthony on the wing, defended by Hayward. Just 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. Here's Anthony, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And guys, talking about Joakim Noah, he was still the spirit of that team last season. Amongst all the great talents the Bulls had, Noah was that energizer and catalyst for the team, a true warrior, even in an off year.
Rose dishes to Anthony. The pass to Porzingis. Feeds it to Rose. Shoots off the step back. Vujacic kicks to Anthony. He dishes it to Rose. Pass to Porzingis. Cannot hit. And the Lakers going the other way now. Now the Lakers on the break. Bradley's got the ball. Whoa!
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
And pushing it up Los Angeles, the Lakers again in transition.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Craig, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you got to take it and make it.
So it's the Knicks now, following the bucket by the Lakers. It's Money from deep.
Oh, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 1. 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and the Lakers making a change here. Teague's checked in. Here is Hayward. It's Bradley on the wing. Patterson, the screen. Bradley passes to Hayward. The Knicks pull it in.
Yeah, credit the D there. Got his hands up and made sure he wasn't comfortable on the release.
Sure did. Stayed real snug on it and didn't allow him the space he needed to get a good shot on.
Now here's Anthony. 6 to shoot. And there's the feed to Noah. Passes it to Porzingis. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And an intentional foul right there. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
At the line for 2.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're down by 3. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I mean, I'm not quite sold on the quick 2. I think they've got to look for a quality 3 to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
So a close game sees New York take this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire. You were just wondering what would happen next. Major drama, and we saw a good one.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, a nice win for you tonight, Joakim. What was the attitude of the team coming into this game and just in general?
Yeah, we played hard tonight. We're getting better. We just got to keep going. You know, it's a work in progress. And, you know, we just got to keep fighting and get as many W's as possible.
Congratulations, Joe Kim. We appreciate it. Guys, over to you.
Doris, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, thank you. So why don't we take a look now at our Jordan Player of the Game?
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man,
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.